Perfect.
Hi, hello, and welcome back to Same Mom, Different Dads. I'm Julian.
I'm Coty.
And first off, we want to apologize. We have been away for a while. Life has been happening. But first, before we get to that update, we do have someone in the building with us, an artist extraordinaire, a creative director.
Well, yes.
A baddie. Let's make some noise for Shah, please. Welcome to Same Mom, Different Dads. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me.
And
right,
we're gonna get into like everything with you later, but
we're gonna get into a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, but we have been away for a little bit. Life has been happening a lot. I know for me personally, work has just been really, really busy for me, and I've been exhausted. But then also, like, I've been dealing with a lot. My grandmother passed away this past summer, so just adjusting to that, and also I just got broken up with, but I'm not gonna talk about that.
What?
So you were in a relationship or not in a relationship?
I was exclusively dating somebody.
Okay.
But I wasn't in a relationship. I was really hoping to get there, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah. Well,
Oh wait, so also I want to point also just like remind everybody that my project is out. My Waiting EP is everywhere. You can stream it everywhere. I have visuals on my YouTube. This is Julian B on YouTube. I am working on some new stuff for the new year. So if you want to keep up with that, please do.
I guess a reminder is to follow my new Instagram at _C the third. Before it was C_the third. As we all know, my system was infiltrated and I was hacked. But
My system was infiltrated.
Yes, but we are back. Wendy Williams is not here, but
We are.
And with that said, let's get into it. We usually start with our icebreaker.
Yes, this or that. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
So it is the holiday season, right?
Correct.
Do you like giving or receiving gifts?
I like receiving gifts. Yeah. Pamper me. The fuck?
Period. Mm-hmm. What's on your Christmas list?
Yeah.
Do you have a Christmas list?
I'm getting to... Okay, so I don't have like a real broken down... They're having a good time. I don't have a real broken down Christmas list like bullet pointed, but have a fat ass Amazon cart, obviously full of save for laters. And then like I'm getting to the point in my life and in my adulthood where I just want like the
Money?
stuff I don't want to spend on myself or cash, right? So like care packages of like cleaning supplies and like massages, or I don't know, like make my adult life
Like
easier.
practical things, right?
Practical real things, like a vacuum. Would love a really nice vacuum.
I appreciate socks now. Like
Down. Yeah.
Socks, underwear, wife beaters.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I would
you can
love
never
that.
have too many, and nothing is more of a turnoff than a nigga taking his pants off and having some dingy ass underwear.
Or socks.
Oh my gosh.
I like dingy underwear, but we're not gonna get into
Or
that.
bitches be dirty. Anyway, iced or hot coffee, even though it's winter.
Okay, so I like both. It really just depends on my mood.
Yeah.
Gemini rising, by the way.
Oh
I know
no!
We'll probably
Wait,
talk
but
about
no.
that. We'll get to
Pause.
that.
Pause to that.
But I'll definitely like. There's duality to me, but I would say wintertime. I like hot. I like hot in the winter.
I lean more toward cold, more for ice, and then the occasional hot. I don't know. I just feel like, maybe because I just be trying to like sip in a rush. Yeah. And I hate when like I'm trying to wake up and my shit is too hot on my tongue. And then now I got to take me like 30 minutes to sip the shit, wait for it to cool down. I need to get lit. It's time to get the day going.
I like hot.
Trying to wake it up.
When I think of coffee, I think of hot coffee.
Yeah.
Not cold. Yeah.
I used to be a barista. So I went through a phase where I pretty much only drank iced coffee. But then I think I got into tea and then I appreciated like the warmness of it and how it made me feel. So then I translated that to coffee.
Okay, pause. Former barista, what was your go-to concoction then? What was something that you made?
I didn't come up with anything at that job. They didn't pay me well enough for
Is
that.
it at that
No,
one
but for
place
yourself,
they
like
can't-
when you was ever like fucking around with ingredients?
I love a caramel vanilla I do have one. A caramel matcha. If you do matcha with oat milk and then do like caramel syrup in it, it tastes like a caramel apple. It's really good.
That sounds good.
I'm gonna try
I
that.
forgot about that. You just pulled that out of my brain.
You're welcome, journalism.
We'll circle back.
Now, last night we had some really good ramen. So are you a pho or ramen person?
Ooh, I love both. Here I go. I love both. I can't make a fucking decision. But I actually just had ramen like 2 days ago, so I'd probably say
Where'd
ramen.
you go?
It was in Silver Lake, but I don't remember the name.
Okay. Not Silver Lake Ramen, right? No.
It was Silver Lake Ramen. Yeah. Ooh. Girl, ramen is Silver Lake, but you couldn't think of Silver Lake ramen.
Right. You couldn't connect that.
Anyway.
I'm a ramen. Personally, I find like more flavor and the thick noodle.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I don't really like the thin noodle. I always request the thick noodle. And even when I'm in my plus size bag, I even request a whole extra portion of noodles on the side.
Plus size.
And I knock that shit down. Big boy club for a reason.
All right. That's funny. What's your noodle preference?
I haven't tried the thick noodle, but last night Coty got the thick noodle, and I was like, I'm gonna have to do that the next time.
Do you eat the bamboo in your pho?
I eat all of them.
I'm not the biggest fan of the
yeah.
bamboo.
I love both of them. Ramen does have like a richer flavor, but there's this bomb place that I go to in Glendale for pho, and it's like super quick. Like you sit down, literally 3 minutes later, you'll have your soup. It's really good.
I do love pho.
Okay.
Pho is healing.
Shout out to thick noodles.
Love a thick
Now
noodle.
for dates. Would you like a Netflix and chill, or would you like to do an activity? Of course, the mood can, but just how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, I almost hit you with a both.
Right. I got ahead of it.
No, I would say activity. You know, I like bonding experiences. Don't take me to no fucking like, escape room. Don't do that. I don't want to be under
That's
pressure.
a bonding experience.
Okay, maybe if we know each other, but
It gives partnership,
not first
working
date.
under pressure. We both have
Yeah.
a common task.
I would try it. If somebody took me, I would try it, but I wouldn't choose that as a date.
Okay. I would prefer more of an activity. We can Netflix and chill down the line, or if we were a little bit less of dating, that can happen.
Right.
But like if we're like trying to date, like let's do something. And I don't like the movies within the first like 3 or 4 dates because you can't talk.
I agree. Like, where's the time
That's
to
true.
actually bond and ask questions? And I also think in personal experience, starting off with a Netflix and chill is just like, what are your intentions with me? You know, like, why are we starting at night in your room?
I don't trust myself if it's Netflix and chill.
Right. Because you ain't going to chill.
3 minutes.
And they're jumping bones.
Chill, take these off. Take these off. When you're with your friends and like you guys are going out to like dinner or whatever, are you splitting the bill, or how are you taking turns paying? Like, would you pay for something, or would you split the bill?
I treat my friends a lot. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do is just like go out to eat and maybe not even tell them that's what I'm doing and just pick it up. I like to do that, you know, for my loved ones. But I'd say we alternate, you know, kind of with drinks as well. You know, it's like you get this round, I'll get that round, like whatever.
That's what we take turns. You got this round, I'll get the next round.
It don't even have to be a straight up tit for tat either. Like, you don't have to like, bitch, you know I paid last time.
Right.
Sometimes you gotta let them know, because
a bitch know what you do and you know what you don't do. So you know you ain't paid last time. We ain't even got to talk about it. Wait, quick pause. We could probably just keep this in, but I can't see the mixer from here, so I'm gonna leave you on duty to make sure that light stays red.
It's still red.
No, okay, I'm just
I'm just saying it's still red.
Right. Okay. Cool. It's
four?
just gonna be your job. That's throughout this whole thing.
I don't know if I can focus.
I know. That's why I'm emphasizing it. So next,
Is it the 4 lights right there?
No, it's the one light that's right here. Yeah. So you were touching on this earlier. What's your big 3?
Libra Sun, Taurus Moon, and Gemini Rising.
Okay, I don't like you.
I could go,
but you know,
I don't have to stay on
pause. Like
I don't know.
If there's Gemini anywhere in the big 3, I don't like it so much in the Sun or Moon. But I like Gemini Rising because they're fun, they're charismatic, light and playful.
I could see that.
And with me, it's like I feel like the Libra, you know, scales, balance. I think I live up to that. You may not. I won't say
Libras
Libras
love to be like the scales. Some shits ain't never even.
I don't. I wish I was more dramatic or like could just make more brash decisions, but I think too fucking much. But I feel like that keeps me pretty level-headed. And then the Taurus, you know, I'm a little bit like hard-headed because of it, you know, with the stereotypical ideals.
You need the grounding with the Gemini and Libra.
Right. So You get what I'm getting
I'm
at.
here for
The,
it.
the verdict is still out.
So
You cool right now.
I don't have any Libra friends. I'll tell you that.
You what?
I don't have a single Libra friend, and I'm a Libra. So there's
see.
that. But anyway, what are yours?
Cancer Sun, Scorpio Moon, Virgo Rising. Sorry to everyone else that has to hear this every time.
Yeah, they're like, we know. Scorpio makes you a chop. What about you?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, well, I'm definitely a chop then. I'm an Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Cancer Rising.
Love Aries. You're safe. Sister
Oh,
sign.
okay. Huh?
Sister sign. I'm a Libra.
Oh yeah. That's true. Yeah, Libra's like as friends, but like I don't trust a Libra. Taurus are like in relationships.
Right.
Like Taurus are way too much like about themselves to me. Like they want it a certain way and it's their way.
Yeah.
And then you said Gemini.
Hard-headedness. Yeah. Gemini.
Crazy. Like
Yeah.
literally.
Quick mention of why Scorpio is a chop.
I love Scorpios, but I have been close with multiple Scorpios, and I'm just like, y'all are just a little too like sneaky for me. You know, I don't like being around people that think that they're smarter than me.
calculated.
You know, I don't like that because it's like even if I know you have my best interest at heart, it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I have trust issues when it comes to that.
Okay.
You know,
Do you think I'm calculated?
don't try to be
Extra, and you're the Virgo rising.
Yeah.
Calculated. Calculated.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now back to Geminis. Unfortunately, we have a Gemini president taking his seat back.
How do you know he's a Gemini?
Donald Trump is a Gemini.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So is Kanye West.
I do not pay attention to that. Well, let me not say that, but I do pay attention.
You
to
know,
that.
because
was a good segue.
we did step into our political bag in 2024.
We really did.
So going
This
forward,
is a political podcast.
we need our political mentions because we're going to
Yeah.
keep checking that political box when it
Wait.
comes to our genre.
the next 4 years, we are going to be talking about this and hopefully
Reporting. We're going to be reporting on this.
Period.
Real official.
Even the ramifications after the 4 years. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
anyways,
I don't know how you could not talk about it.
yeah,
Right.
That's crazy.
Because we are at this point seatbelts fastened because as soon as January 20th hits, all of his day one things that he promises to do, the deportations, gender affirming care for, in that one video he said at all ages, but definitely they're emphasizing it for 18 and under. And I actually had an interesting conversation with a trans woman about gender affirming care for individuals that are younger or older than 18, because I felt a little conflicted in the sense of like an 18-year-old isn't fully them an adult, or more so talking about the development of the prefrontal cortex and making a decision that's going to change the trajectory of their entire lives. Whereas like we have, drinking ages and ages for tattoos and piercings. So I feel like my morals kind of aligned with adding gender affirming care to wait until you're 18. But talking to a trans woman,
You're a Republican now?
hold on. Talking to a trans woman opened my eyes to probably for some people might be an obvious perspective, which is if you start gender affirming care before you turn 18, you can stop the development of the opposite hormonal processes that you don't want to happen, like further into puberty, and it can make you appear more male or female, whichever you want to transition to the later in life. Thoughts?
That's a mouthful, first of all.
I know. Oh my gosh! I'm like,
I was keeping up.
That's why I wanted to push that off.
Do you want to go first?
You
or?
go.
Okay,
I'll bounce
so
off you.
I want to make sure that like everybody knows that right now you can't even do anything with like gender reassignment unless you're an adult. I feel like there's misinformation
Or
out
have
there.
or
Surgically.
parental consent
Yeah.
with surgery.
There's like
Yeah.
misinformation out there,
Yeah.
and there's also just like ignorance. But at the same time, it's like that is such a. I'm not speaking for nobody, but this is just my opinion. I feel like there needs to be more education about it,
Right.
and though we're now we're about to be in a space where the education department was possibly going to be taken away, but there needs to be more education about it, especially for the community, because I knew I was different when I was like 5 or 6 years old, and to be possibly be in a space where your body is different from like what you are, like if there's more education surrounding it, then it's better opportunities for the community and for those starting off early. So I do advocate for that, but I wouldn't advocate. I don't want to get canceled. I wouldn't advocate for like gender reassignment for children, which is not happening.
Which I don't think anyone.
Well, it's more
really
so the
doing,
gender affirming care is more of the
which is education,
than the reassignment. I think we need more gender identity courses or even like a section of that emphasized in the curriculum for high school health, because I didn't learn more about that until I took psychology when I was in college. And not everyone is going to either pursue or have access to higher education. So we need to add that into more of the grade school curriculum. It's like, yes, we have genders. I mean, so we have sexes that we're born into, but the way we identify is going to be different. And people feel like the LGBTQIA plus agenda is to convert everybody and force it onto everyone.
But you are mouthy today.
I'm screaming.
But I'm
just talking.
It's a lie. I'm trying to
Now you're going to be mute the rest of the time.
But also, like, I was thinking about the other day, like, what if we had an opportunity in early education, when you know how in fifth grade you have those sex education videos that introduces you to the stuff that you're going to be learning in middle school and in high school. What
also feeling?
What do you mean?
Because you're learning about that stuff, not because you're going to be. It's a precursor to what you're learning in high school, but it's like it's what you're going to be feeling.
Yeah, but just think if there was some education in those sex health classes for the gay community, you know?
Yeah. I think about that a lot for sure.
Yeah. And then now you
how
can
to douche.
And I mean, to that specific thing, I was going to say, like, it's funny, but it's real. It's like we have to just like learn so recklessly a lot of times. That it's like, I wish that all of that wasn't so taboo, because it would just, lessen the blow in so many ways. But I want to start at like the topic of just knowing you're different, like from a very young age, and I relate to that, like knowing that something's off, you're not relating the way that other people are relating around you. And I was the same way, I was very young, and I was like, obviously I feel some type of way about being around boys. I can't really describe it. I don't know that I like them. I don't know that I will feel this way in the future, but I know that it's different. So I can't say that someone else isn't experiencing that exact same thing in a different way. I'm kind of reiterating what you said. So, I don't want to tell anyone who they are at any age, but I'm scared to say but I also know a few people, a few friends of mine who are trans, who have detransitioned, if that's the word. Really? I have two.
I don't think I've ever met anyone who's been a part of, like...
I haven't met anyone.
Yeah, and I don't want to speak on them too much because it's not my place, but... I've just respected like the journey as it's changed, and the pronouns have changed, and the clothes and makeup or lack thereof have changed, and it's like, I love you wherever you are in 2 years from now, what was I going to say? But then I also have a ton of trans friends who are trans and will be trans until they die, I assume, and that's also their journey. So I don't know. Did that answer the question?
That did. I mean, we're just having a conversation, and let me just a little disclaimer. I'm not trying to offend anyone, and I want to see it from all sides. And
absolutely.
If you want to transition.
The trans girlies are winning.
Day, who am I? Who am I to tell you?
At the end of the day, we want to clarify that trans lives matter, and we love every single one of y'all.
The trans girlies are winning.
Yes,
and they pioneer a lot.
I mean, let's clock it, because a lot of the glam on women in Hollywood is so trans and femme queen coded.
All right. Like body modifications, BBLs, that's all very femme queen, like.
Yep. Have you ever gone to a ball? Sorry.
Yes, I've been to a ball.
Have you ever walked?
No.
Okay.
I've never walked. I've been approached by a few different houses to join, but it's just never really felt like my thing. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have to be sure,
right? It's such a commitment, and again, like y'all know, I'm a both ass bitch, so it's like it takes a minute for me to really, really hop on a wagon like that.
I would be so scared. But going back to Trump, something else that's going to be happening, supposedly, allegedly, is like the tariffs that he's going to put into effect, and. First of all, I was confused at why we were getting energy from Canada. I don't know if you know about this, but the Canadian premier, I hope I said that correctly. The Canadian premier threatened to cease like sending us energy and oil or gas, natural gas, because of the tariffs that Trump is going to put into place. And it really confused me because why are we in America getting gas and shit from them? But Coty educated me and said that we can't make everything ourselves, so we have to outsource.
And a lot of
But
countries can't do that just geographically where they are and resources that naturally come to them. So that's why we have a trading system around the world.
Anyways, what my point is, it's gonna be like really scary, and it's still really scary
And
because a lot of
expensive.
people don't expensive. A lot of people don't know this. Like, and Trump also said that like he was during the campaign he was gonna reduce grocery prices, and recently it came out he was like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to do that.
This is hard.
So yeah, so it's
Right.
just it's gonna be really interesting to see where we end up. Just like 2 months in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what's disappointing about like the American political system, and like how you don't really even have to run on a campaign of truth at all. You just
Yeah.
have to be convincing. It's all
Right.
about marketing, you know? And
It
I think
really
it's
is.
We like in all other aspects of the world, I'm like, whatever. Like I know y'all can stretch the truth and make it marketing, but when it comes to like public policies that affect real human lives, it's just strange that you don't have to be honest.
Well, our country is a corporation.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Which is built on the economy of a backbone of slavery. But anyway,
you're going to get my capitalist out. All right.
being
Anti-capitalist.
slaves to the system. And let me tell you, we have someone that rose against the system. Luigi, what's his last name? Mangione, something like that, please.
Maggiano.
Maggiano.
Luigi Mangiano's? No, just playing. Sorry to my Italians. He took a stance. He unalived the CEO to United Healthcare. And for those of you that don't know why, it's mainly because he watched his mother be a victim to a lot of things, a lot of the systematic things that were in place already that blocked her from getting treatment and care that she properly needed. And then now he became a gay hero.
But also you missed the part where he like comes from
Oh,
a wealthy family.
and he became a gay hero because not only
a gay hero.
I was like,
is
gay.
The girls are lusting.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
As they do.
not,
He's a six-pack.
not a gay hero necessarily for the people in this room, but more so, generally speaking, he became an icon in a certain way because not only was he found like conventionally attractive, but what he did was pretty much kissed his life goodbye to do this, and willingly so.
Yeah.
When we look back at how he went to a private school that was $40,000 a year, was the valedictorian at the school, and then he gets caught in a McDonald's, but has the manifesto on him, has the engraved bullets that were found at the scene. Like this was very well thought out. So I mean,
He had to get it off his chest.
It's an Ivy League girl. She thought
And then,
about
but
it.
the girls, like you said he's a gay icon for some of the girls.
Right.
On Twitter, like apparently they found his nudes and
they found his OnlyFans page.
He had an OnlyFans?
apparently
So let that be a
Make your money,
lesson
King.
for people on the internet. Don't be posting nothing you don't want to
there
come
forever.
back.
What do you think like this is a setup for? Because like you said earlier, this happened during like registration time for healthcare.
Right.
And then also, yes.
No, I know like that. Like that's what it is.
You agree?
It seems like you had something to say.
That's what it was. Like he was definitely aware of all the pieces
timeline.
that were in place, so that while we are doing open enrollment or coming out of that period of open enrollment, we need to shed light on how insurance companies are scamming us. So
Literally.
while we are willingly
All of them.
letting them take hundreds of dollars out of our paychecks every month.
Where my insurance just went up. I called. I was like, I wasn't
Hello?
paying this last year, and they're like, oh yeah, it's
Inflation.
gone up this. Yeah. I was
gone
like,
up
what the
every year,
fuck? But then
so-
also, fucking car insurance is a scam.
Yeah.
Like you pay all this money throughout the whole year, don't get into an accident or whatever. Like,
And then they take like 3% off.
yeah, like that's crazy.
Maybe.
Right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
Speaking of cars,
Hate it.
let's take a hard turn.
Oh,
And let's talk about Wicked.
flying on a broom.
Oh, I was trying to keep up. Where are we going?
Wicked is like the biggest movie in the last couple months, like the musical adaptation.
I would say one of the
Since
biggest
Barbie.
movies of the year. Let's clock it.
And it has broken the record as being the highest grossing musical adaptation film. So you said you haven't seen it.
I have not.
I saw it on Broadway, and then we both saw it when it was on tour out here.
With our family.
What did you think about it?
I thought it was great.
Really?
I thought it was fun. I liked the beat.
I loved it, but I just wasn't like as moved. Maybe because I knew exactly what was happening. And then I was just like comparing the experience that I had when I saw it on Broadway. Because I saw it as a teenager and the whole message behind it, like it just was really a moment for me.
Maybe that spoke to who you were at that time more than now too.
Right. You already
So
got
then
the
you
message.
held it at an even, you put it, on an even higher pedestal because that message resonated with teenage Julian.
You thought
I
it was
guess.
going to wow
but,
you. No.
But it's
That's a
that
good
message
point.
is still resonating with like everybody that's our age now. So and people that have not
Right, but-
even heard of it until now.
Exactly. So they didn't have that experience to
Okay,
The
I
story's
see what you're
new.
saying.
It's
Yeah.
completely fresh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Cynthia and Ariana, they really did their thing.
I
Like,
feel everyone did.
And it's amazing
Bach.
that all of the people that are being introduced to Wicked know that Elphaba is black. Like, so that's amazing for generations to come. And then also just like the representation that's in the movie.
No, because Elphaba being black hits so much better.
Yeah.
than-
I mean,
than
she
what-
is black.
It,
In the
it was
book, she's
genius.
black. Huh?
I didn't know that. I didn't know she
Yeah,
was black
I
in
mean,
the book. Or it's like insinuated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't read the book, but her... she's green.
Right.
When are you going to go see Wicked?
I might go tonight, honestly. I told myself I've been wilding the whole week. I've been in LA. So I was like, I'm going to have a.
Where have you been? You
chill
ain't hit
night.
us up?
Here.
I already had a day scheduled out for y'all. What you mean? Not I froze.
He here.
Exactly. Thank you, Bestie. Thank you, Bestie. Nah, but I might go tonight. I'm gonna put on some comfy clothes and chill. I don't want to be in anybody's face tonight. So yeah.
Right.
I'll
I
get
watched
back
that
to
loud
you.
ass shit at 9:00 in the morning. I was like, this is right. I was like,
shit
this
is so annoying.
I was like, this
It's
is
all
so
over social
unserious.
media.
I know.
It's so annoying. Oh my God, we should do that.
That's my line.
we should do that.
That's my line.
What?
As TikTok? After this, we should
We
do
should do
that.
TikTok. We should.
Okay. Now, Sexy Red and Summer Walker just hopped on the podcast train. So shout out to her for
Summer.
blazing that trail. We've done it before. But I wanted to highlight that, but also a conversation that she was having with the fab Sexy Red. And it was the topic of, will you take back your man or will you take back your partner after they've cheated on you? And it's funny, their way of approaching the conversation was because they were about to both instantly say yes, but then they both remembered that they were on a platform and they were like, oh man, we can't just say yes out the gate. But I mean, but there's kind of circumstances that go along with taking someone back. I feel like it's not necessarily an instant no in every case. What are your thoughts?
Have you been cheated on? You
No.
made a face.
Well,
Oh.
I feel like you don't totally know if you've ever been cheated on, one thing. But I don't know if I've ever been cheated on. I would say no, I don't think so. But
Have you ever gone through a phone?
No.
Oh, okay.
If I got to go through your phone, I'm not going to be with you anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. Because you already know. If you go grab that phone and you feel the need to look for some shit, you already have a feeling.
I've
in your
had my
stomach.
phone going through.
And did they find something?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It wasn't exactly what it could have been.
It wasn't as juicy as they had expected
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I've never been cheated on. Have you?
No.
Well, I guess
I've been
not,
accused-
not to my knowledge.
Not right. Exactly.
I've been accused of emotionally cheating, but yeah.
It was unbeknownst to me if it was
Right.
happening.
Not that I know of.
But there are questions that go along with it that are about like, who was it? How many times? How many people? Like, is it someone that you're in relation to? And if we really want to take it there, they were saying, was it raw? Or
Real.
if we really want to take it to the next level for the homosexuals, we kind of ask, did you bottom or did you top? Right?
Yeah.
You know, Because I mean, if you're a bottom, you're a bottom. Like we already know like that's what's gonna go down. But if you're like a verse or a verse top, you know, like somebody dip it in my cookie jar.
You doing the bending?
Or you doing the bending? Because I feel like personally, like that would hit a little bit different for me. I mean, I don't want to like say my preferences, but
I was waiting on it.
I'm not waiting.
right. But if I'm with someone that is, I guess, more top leaning or whatever the case, and then I find out they out there sneaking dick, I'm be like, what?
You could have came to me for that.
Thank you.
Why you only want to top me?
I wouldn't like if you're top or bottom, like, and I'm with you. If I find out that like somebody fucked you, I would be heated.
No, for sure. But
I would be like, you should have told me so we could have got it popping all together.
Right, you trying to join?
Please. Right. Sharing is.
But what
caring.
if the like horror story of them having a good time and leaving you out in the three-way happened?
Listen, I feel like I could be the jealous type. I've recently found out that I like to get my way, or I want to get my way.
Recently,
you want to get your way, but then you also don't like being told what to do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Gotta sit with that. But Remy Ma and Papoose, how do you say it?
Papoose.
Papoose.
Did you hear about this?
We're swirling around the media.
We're talking about playing in his booty.
Yes.
Why is it always like?
Why it always gotta be that? Remember I ate your ass?
Yeah, you ate my ass. I do remember that.
I feel like for the person admitting that, it's kind of like you losing your one because you ate the ass.
Right. And it's like, if it's so taboo to have your ass eaten as a nigga, it's like, why are you doing that for your nigga then?
Exactly. And I always want to know in those situations, how were you doing it? Like, were his legs on the back, legs up?
Was he on his
or
stomach?
is it more masculine to be on the knees, stomach down? Thoughts?
Knees, stomach down.
Well,
I'm trying to imagine.
I mean, on the knees, chest down, like on all fours.
Copy.
On your back or on all fours? What's the masculine way to get your ass eaten?
If I had to guess, it would be me standing and she below eating up. Like, yeah.
Okay.
You know?
I don't know. Let me try that.
I'm not gonna say it's realistic, okay? But I'm like,
I mean, I guess so.
It's like, what if I'm not tuning it up?
But you gotta toot it a little bit because you gotta.
No, but also
she's spreading.
You could also be in that position, but you could also squat down.
Ooh, you could squat on top.
Yeah,
that's
like
gay.
you could ride her face.
Not.
I feel like that's a little gay.
That's like tuning it up to me. You know, if you
Really?
squatting because you gyrate on her face.
No, like you literally just squat over
and you
her
ride
face.
the tongue.
Stand up and be a man. And she'll come to you.
I think on all fours.
I don't know.
I think that might be
Have
the
you-
straight way to get your ass eaten. You know what? We might have to have a straight guest just for this reason.
What would you?
So you know what? Cut the bullshit.
But-
how do you like to get your ass eaten?
Have y'all seen the pegging porn? Like by straight
Whoa,
dudes?
that was
never watched
that's a hard
pegging porn.
turn.
I have not. I'm pegging the men at the back of the bus.
Shout out to her.
See, China?
The British Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
I need to
I don't
tap
know
into
about
her.
that.
No, but like I want to say this thought. Like there's pegging porn, and apparently the dudes are straight. I know that there's this one black dude who gets pegged by black women, but he's also been venturing into like the gay.
The gays.
Yeah, and he gets his ass ate, and like he's in all positions too. So
no, there's a whole genre of
Yeah.
straight men getting their ass eaten.
And
I was just speaking and more so on the streets.
Right.
You know what's more accepted. Like
Right.
if it was gonna happen,
if
how
your
should it
homies
go?
wouldn't make fun of you for
Exactly.
it, what position would it be? No,
Right.
these niggas out here getting their ass ate. It don't
They
matter.
no, they really no, they are.
but like that, yeah. With me, I'm like, even as a queer man that's mostly fucking with men, it's like, if you're with a woman, how is anything you're doing gay? If you're not with a man, you could take a dildo and play in his booty.
I know.
That's true.
I agree with that
It's
because
pleasure from a
pleasure is
woman.
pleasure. Yes.
You know what I think about sometimes? Like, I don't know if I want this in here, but I'm saying
You already brought it up.
Sometimes, like, I think, what if you're really not meant to be gay, and if you want to do anal shit, you do it with a girl
that wants to do that.
Yeah.
I think about that too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not alone in
No,
this.
that's probably a common thought. I've never said it out loud, but I'm just like,
Oh.
technically, I feel like it's just like it makes me uncomfortable imagining being with a woman like that. Because it's
Yeah.
like, when I am with girls, I like want to, some in me like wants to be the macho one, but it's
I like a man.
Wait, are
know-
you? What kind of queer are you?
What kind of queer are you? I would say I'm like 80-20. Like
Oh, okay.
mostly men, but I've definitely
Have you sucked on
messed
titties
around.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that make you
Wait, have
so,
you had sex with them?
And that make
Yeah.
you so bi.
I didn't say I was bi. Maybe late years ago.
That's such an accomplishment.
Have you had sex with a woman?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm a
not
gold
a-
star.
Not a gold star.
How many times?
I don't know. I was young when I started experimenting with girls, so yeah. And then I
That scares
switched.
me. How?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not gonna get in your
talk about
business like that.
Yeah.
Well.
I was fast.
Oh well.
Wait, you're super young now.
Yeah, I'm 25. What do you mean I'm super young?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
that is
that's
young.
still.
I feel like 25 is finally to the point where I'm like, wow, I'm getting grown up. Like
I feel like no. That's when you start to feel like. An
I was like,
adult,
wow.
I'm
for
getting
sure.
grown up.
this is mid 20s. Like 24 felt young, but I say 25. People are like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I feel like 25 is when you start to feel like you're taking yourself more seriously. I think at like 21 or 22, you think you are, but
Yeah.
like 25 is
I
kind
agree.
of when you start. But I love this. There's a girl group. I said like the British Meg Thee Stallion, but it's another group, an act that I like across the pond. It's Flow. We mention them all the time,
Yes.
and they released their album. We report on everything that they do, raising awareness. But it went number 3 on the UK chart,
And they deserve.
and it's
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely
it's just
deserve.
so annoying that like on Twitter they were getting like automatic scrutiny. There was a blog said it was gonna flop before the album was even out for like a full 24 hours.
Right.
And that's just fucked up. But I'm glad they got their number 3 on the UK charts. They even made the Billboard chart. So it's like,
Yeah.
But then people will say, well, they weren't in the top 100 or whatever. It's like,
They're fresh.
girl,
They're
are you
fresh.
charting in your performance at work?
All right.
What's your performance
do
review
you
like?
do?
Like,
What do you even do?
Your
What's
Sophie
your
got
yearly
7
review?
likes.
Stocking shelves. No, let me stop.
what's your favorite song?
Probably shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Okay.
Yep. It's, I don't know, it's so retro. And that's like the sound that I love. It reminds me of when I fell in love with music. So,
Okay.
yeah. What
What's
about you?
yours?
First it was On and On. Then we went to Soft.
I was gonna I love soft.
And then and then In My Bag is such a feel good song.
I know.
That's a bop.
Sometimes I leave singles out when I talk about my favorites from albums because I'm like,
Good
I heard
point.
that ahead of time, so it doesn't feel as new to me. So I'll talk about stuff that is fresher.
Good
Well,
point.
I
I would
feel
say
like-
those 3.
Yeah, that's good.
I listen to those a lot, but I'm still connected with "Get It Till I'm Gone."
He ain't gonna get it till I...
Period. I love that song, but also that album, I can listen to it from the beginning all the way through.
Yeah.
Like it literally has no skips. The writing is amazing. The
Layering,
arrangement, the
harmonies.
vocal production
Yeah.
is amazing. Like they really, I wish they or want them to like go really far.
I do too.
because there are no girl groups, and
And they're great. They're not even like, I feel like they have proven time and time again since
Right.
they dropped Cardboard Box that like we could really do this.
And everything they do demonstrates the growth.
yeah, and they're like 21.
yeah,
Right.
right. They're young. They're your
21,
age.
22. Yeah, I'll take that. I'm young, fresh, and fertile.
Anyways, moving.
I don't know you like that
Moving on.
to dig at that fresh.
What, fresh and
I was gonna
fertile?
be like, okay, but you was fresh, but you got the gold star, but then you.
Moving
I
on
don't
to
know,
No,
like,
y'all
like
ages.
that.
Should we get into that? What do you
Yeah, I'm
age?
31.
Oh, I'm 35.
You're older than him?
Ooh, clock it.
It wasn't supposed to come out that way. You just give like older brother.
I do.
Because
You know?
my name is Julian, and if you Google it, I think it's Greek.
Yeah.
But like the Greek meaning, it's jovial.
Childish.
Huh. Okay.
And I'm just like smaller, so
Yeah, I feel
That-
like
it's
that
really- it's
plays
really a
into
size
it.
thing.
It is, yeah.
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 Anyway.
I might want to rethink that.
Now he hates me.
No, I'm good. I'm the big boy club.
I almost said that.
We'll see what you look like in the edit.
We'll see what you look like hiding under that jacket.
Ooh,
I'm not hiding nothing. And why are we all dressed in black?
we're gay.
We caught the
And
memo.
we're in LA.
Sleek.
Moving on from the girls that like are serving nowadays, but they're
Yeah.
also inspired by this one. We talk about her a lot on here. Brandy is our number one. Is she your number one?
Yeah. Actually, every year my Apple Music replay, she's number one.
Right there in there. She, first of all, where is she?
Where the fuck is Brandy?
Where is she?
I don't know. She gave us a Christmas album last year.
That was last year.
And she needs to come back and give it again. What you
Perform
doing?
something from it.
That's
maybe.
every year.
Yeah.
Amazing. I wish she's either working or she just, I don't know.
I will
and she
die
was supposed
on
to
this
get her
hill.
star this year. Luckily, we still have some time to get her star. But it was the 16th anniversary of the Human release, which was an album that she really didn't like in the beginning. But years later, she admitted that she loves it now. Were you a fan of it when it first dropped?
No.
Okay. That's the case with like a lot of people that I find. A lot of people don't understand that album.
Can I interject?
Yes.
The first time I listened to it was in the Uber on the way to be interviewed by y'all.
All right. We're going to wrap this
check
up.
the mixer.
We're literally going to wrap this up. We're wrapping it up.
No, we're not.
Thank you guys so much.
Anyway,
No more questions.
beautiful
for me.
album. Beautiful album. Me and the
Beautiful
Uber driver.
gowns.
Yes, me and the driver, my Uber driver, we're getting our life to it. I downloaded it. But Full Moon, obviously, it's not like I'm like a virgin to Brandy. It's just I don't know all of her albums. No shade.
You need to take a deep dive.
Nobody
Like,
played Brandy for me growing up, though. That's the thing. I feel like it wasn't. I didn't get exposed to it until I was like 20 to Brandy.
oh,
you know?
wow. Yeah.
'Cause I had friends that played her music. So
once I heard Brandy, like that was it for me. Like I made it a point myself to always be checked in with whatever she's doing because I just love tone. I love emotion. And like, I don't care if like you can do all these runs and all this shit. There's just something special about her tone and the way
her
that
choices.
there's her energy
ear-
to it. Yeah.
Yeah, her
I feel
ear. Nobody is like her.
The
like
layering.
literally. And literally everybody in modern music today that sings, they're doing Brandy stuff and they don't even know it. Like a lot of people, they will cite her, but everybody is stacking their vocals.
The way
they're
yeah.
doing their ad libs like Brandy, and they don't even know it.
Yeah. Shout out to the girls that do pay her homage, though.
Period.
And like admit it, like
Yeah.
Normani.
Right.
I love Normani's most recent album.
Yes.
And she noted that Brandy was a big influence.
Yeah,
know what?
she's on the album.
Quick
Yeah, good
sidebar.
point.
I almost was about to ask for a this or that, like Normani or Chloe.
Oh.
I love both my girls.
And right, I was thinking about that in the shower today. But I was like,
I
don't like comparing bad
right
bitches.
now,
I don't like comparing bad bitches.
I know, right? I mean,
I'll do it.
First of all, love them both. They like they both perform, they both
they do.
sing,
They do.
and they both are like actual artists, and that shows. But I guess if I had to choose, I'm more of a Normani vibe.
Same.
Like
Oh, so now y'all want to say something? Okay.
I mean, I was going to get there, but I had to get my like.
Yeah, I feel like
unbiasedness
right
out.
now, I love and connect more with Normani's artistry, just like her whole branding.
I agree.
Right.
I feel like Chloe is misunderstood, and I don't want to say she's still trying to find her sound, but she's just. I feel like she's still trying to
she's trying to find her way to
convert
it.
people.
Yeah.
yeah, because it's
Yeah.
there. It's literally there. Do you know who Isla is?
Yeah, absolutely.
They literally make the same kind of music. they do.
No, they do.
They
Similar,
do.
definitely similar.
But I feel like Chloe just has to put in more work with like convincing people.
Yeah.
Because like she's really amazing and like she's an incredible performer too.
She's really,
so
really good. Yeah, the vocals are there, the looks are there. It's just like branding is hard, and I feel like a lot of artists nowadays struggle with like becoming mainstream and like people actually biting consistently.
You know who struggles with their branding and image? Ray J, and he's attached to Brandy, and everything.
Does he struggle?
And well, everything that he does, unfortunately, her name gets dropped in it, and I bet she is just like, can y'all like not even the conversation of Ray J sit your ass down, but can y'all stop attaching my name to everything that he does? I would be so annoyed if everything Julian
People
did.
do.
Yeah.
That's true.
Every time I see somebody that you know, there's this one person I will beat his ass the next time he does this to me.
Say it in the mic so we can hear.
I will beat your fucking ass the next time you do this to me. Every time I see him, and keep in mind, like I'm not good with names, I'm not good with faces, but every time I see him, he literally does not say hi to me. He says, "Hey, where's Coty?" Well, not hey, where's Coty?
Not even a hey.
I will fuck him up the next time, and I'm
No,
not
that,
over exaggerating.
that kind of bothers me too sometimes when people just go straight up to me and without greeting me, they're like, "Where's your brother?"
Hello.
I don't know, but I'm right here.
Anyways,
Hello.
do you think that's how Brandy feels with Ray J? Because he been wilding with like the lives and like I don't know what's going on with Ray J, but he's really funny and like really down to earth. Like I've met him a couple times.
He's so unserious.
I've never met him.
Very unserious. Very
so
unserious.
you have to really take everything he does with that grain of salt because he's not serious. Like even all the way down to when he got those glasses broken right in front of him, and then he had that straight face to make you probably think he was gonna be disappointed. But like he knew those shits were gonna break.
Exactly.
Like he's committed to the bit.
I'm gonna say it's a really good comedian is when you like almost question if they're being serious or
Right.
not. You know, like that's good.
Kind of like that. What Suki, Anna, and Bobby when they were doing that conversation where she was like, "Are you a musician?"
She's like, "No, what is that?"
A magician.
Yeah.
I think
So shit like that.
But are you a magician?
No, but speaking of musicians, I have my grill in, so I have a list right now. But I went to a Knicks holiday party the other night, and they had a musician there.
Magician.
A magician there, and he like knocked it out of the fucking park. I was so impressed. It made me want to get a magician at my next like birthday party or something. Oh. And then when he did one of his tricks, he let me keep the card. He like wrote a little note on it. And I was like,
I love magic.
I don't know if you're flirting with me, but I love this.
I love magic and I love the circus. Like
yes, I love
there's something about the circus that literally does it for me. I don't know why magic does it.
You a clown? That's your lost family.
Did you know they have magic schools? Not like fucking Hogwarts, but people go to school to be magicians.
Absolutely, yeah.
I was like, wow, I thought it was just like YouTube tutorials and shit.
Well, you are a very magical musician, so let's dive into that for a bit. So before we close out,
let's get into everything Shah.
Okay.
Let us know how you got here. Let us know when you fell in love with music earlier. You kind of said that. I want to know when you fell in love with music.
I would say I fell in love with music when I got my Goodies CD for my 5th birthday.
Sierra.
She was
That's
the one
a good album.
She was the one who made me want to be a musician.
Wow.
For the first time I got the DVD pack, I asked for it for my birthday.
What's your favorite song? Or a song or two. Like,
God, that's really hard.
Because sometimes narrowing it down to one is a challenge.
Oh, can I look at the track list?
Yeah. You need to listen to
I need to look at like
it's
3 between the 3. I know I want to say Goodies, but that feels basic to me. Hold on.
The Evolution of Sierra, that is the album for me.
With like Get Up
for
and
sure.
Shit?
Yeah.
Now that, you know what? That's the one that gets revisited.
I've been meaning to talk about this.
Down.
I feel like people don't understand where Sierra has gone in her career.
Made my choice.
They're always like, she needs to make music like this. She needs to go back to the old Sierra. She's literally making Sierra music, but it's just where she is now in life.
Growth, right? Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's literally an elevated,
like Level Up.
Yeah, it's an elevated Sierra sound, and I don't understand why people don't connect with it.
They say that about everybody.
They do.
It's really good Sierra music, like for real.
She's extremely talented.
Yeah,
but I would say my choice is O with Ludacris. Yeah.
Were you on the top of the? Have you ever done the top of the hood?
No, but I really want to do that reference for Action. I haven't told anybody that.
Come on,
I hadn't dropped that, so that's a tidbit. But I thought about doing that and switching it up and making it my own. But yeah, Goodies that exposed me to it and had the DVD where like Missy Elliott with all the BTS was there, so that exposed me to Missy Elliott, which is also an icon. So yeah.
When
that's when I fell in love with music. I was like 5, and then my dad is also a musician.
Oh, nice! What does he do?
He plays like 9 instruments. He like lead singer, lead guitarist. He's a DJ like my birthday parties growing up and my school events and stuff. So I was just like always around music, you know.
What do you think was like that one moment outside of like Sierra? Like how did you know you wanted to like perform? Because I know when I wanted to perform, I performed at my 5th grade graduation.
Yeah.
I sang When You Believe by Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston.
And you felt
like I sang both parts by myself, period.
As you should.
When I was 10 years old, I would think about
Just
this
a
sometimes.
young queen.
I think about this sometimes and I think that was extremely ballsy of me to do that at 10 years old. Sing both of those.
Hungry.
Literally. But yeah, so that was the moment for me.
Yeah.
What was the moment for you?
Another moment. I used to go to music camps over the summer sometimes, and they would have singing competitions. And my first year that I went, I won. And I think I was in like 5th grade. And I remember I wasn't very popular growing up. I was like pretty awkward. And singing was kind of the way that like I showed I was like, I don't know, worthy, if that doesn't sound pathetic.
Right.
But as a child, it was like, I remember being there and the kids didn't fuck with me. And then when I won the singing competition.
Like I got the secret weapon.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. And I was like, oh, y'all don't fuck with me, but I'm about to gag you. And then I remember when I won, I had to sing in front of the whole like camp. And then the people who had like kind of paid me dust or made fun of me or whatever were all like kissing my ass afterwards. So I was like, oh, I have this little like tool I can kind of work to win people over. So, you know, I've adjusted my relationship with that a little bit, but I would say that's another moment where I was like, this is cool.
Do you think that like your queerness impacts how you make music or no?
Definitely.
Yeah.
That, especially more now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's important to always show? Because sometimes I think like there isn't enough representation, more on like the mainstream side of just like like I don't want to say the rainbow, but just like there's so many aspects of queerness,
Right.
And I feel like that's not always represented.
They all wanted to be the Saucy Santana, the Adam Lambert. Yeah.
What do you feel like you represent for like queerness and in music?
I don't know if I had really thought about that. It sounds corny, but like I just try to push authenticity. You know, my look is ever evolving, my sound is ever evolving, and I think I'm still really new to being honest within my music about my interests in men, you know? And even in action, you know, like I took pronouns out of my music years ago and I tried to make it more ambiguous just so people felt comfortable and but then I also didn't have to be like, I like niggas, you know?
Because I feel like I would do that too if I were a queer
you know,
artist.
And then it appeals to people. It's like you also understand your music's not just about you, you know, and I want it to be commercial. I want to be mainstream. And being gay is still kind of niche. Like there's a lot of gay people, but if you want to be mainstream, you have to appeal to mainstream, which is straight white people, honestly. But you can be mainstream without that. But
and straight men are gonna bop your song.
Who's at the festivals?
I love him.
Look at the crowds. Who's buying the tickets to Rolling Loud? Well, yeah.
So talk about action. Is there going to be a visual? You said something earlier, but what you released was kind of like a little teaser almost of like a potential visual. And what is like the inspiration and meaning behind it?
Okay, I might have to have you repeat some of those because I'm going to forget what the questions
Is there a
were.
visual?
But the visual, so there's multiple visuals. I've stepped away from doing like one music video and doing the like, oh, go watch this on YouTube, you know, because it's like, everything is so fast paced on social media. And if like you're not a Normani, you're not a heavy hitter on social media. And a lot of the people that follow you are people you primarily know in real life. Yeah. They're not checking for your shit like that. Sorry. That's just what it is. So they're not going to click the link. They're not going to go watch your 4-minute fucking video that they don't care about. Period. So you need to give them something quick that they can like, support real quick, share to somebody in a way that's like easily digestible and convenient for people. I think that's important. So I've kind of pivoted to doing, like you said, like the little visualizers, which isn't original to me, obviously, but it's new to myself anyway. So yeah. And then what was the next question? What was the next part of the question?
Where you said there are visuals.
Visuals, yeah. So I've released some. There's like BTS. There's dance. There's
okay. I got you.
There's the club one. I'm just like overall, I'm trying to do little like pockets of like how I was inspired to make the song and then give you a visual for how it made me feel. You know, does that make sense? So I gave you the club and like the cover was in the club or like me go-go dancing and they're all kind of in that same pocket, but they feel fresh, you know?
How do you approach collaborating with other artists? Like, do you do that?
Go, I'll let you finish the question.
I'll since you want to start your answer, you can go ahead.
I know, I sound like a bitch. I was like, damn, I just cut you off.
No, you're good.
I want to get better at collaborating. I feel like
I kind of want to ask you that too, but go you first.
I would love to hear your thoughts on that, honestly. But since I started making music and releasing music like almost 10 years ago, I just haven't enjoyed collaborating because I'm a control freak and I like my image to be a certain way. I like my quality to be a certain way. And I haven't always related to other artists and what they prioritize as far as quality or consider quality. And I feel like it's made me come off as kind of pretentious because I know my shit hasn't always been hot, but it's like, it's hotter than that. I know that. So anyway,
yes.
But I have done a few collabs with people. I like to like have a genuine relationship with people, especially when it's like other independent artists. You know, it's like generally they're not going to have a bag to make it worth my while. But if we have a relationship where I care about their well-being and I feel like they've genuinely been interested in what I have going on and they're not like, oh, you have motion, I want to do a song with you. You know, it's like, you know, you've seen my last couple songs, you comment on my posts, you've pre-ordered the song, you did this, this, and this, you know? So not saying you have to do that, but I would say I want to know that you care about my career and not just how it would benefit yours, you know?
Yes.
So,
good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always like struggle with that just because I am too a control freak, and I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist, but I'm just like I put so much pressure on myself because I have this vision of how like I want to be seen and how I want things to sound, and sometimes like it makes me really vulnerable and it makes me like shy away from working with other people because I don't want people to see me in that way. Because like for me, it's like really important for me. Like music is a huge part of my identity, and I'm not just gonna do something just to do it. Yeah.
Exactly. Especially when you want to release it and collab post and put it in front of all my people. It's like I want it to be something I can stand on.
Yeah.
You know?
But I'm down to collab. If it's good.
We love a collab. Yeah.
Period.
Now I'm getting to the part I'm like, do you have a check? I'm like, I love you so much, but like studio time costs money.
Right?
You know?
Yeah.
No, and then after you produce enough quality work, you're like, I can start charging.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period. So what's coming then?
Next.
Yeah.
More promo for action. I have some shows and some bookings I'm excited. I can't talk too much about in early like Q1 of 2025. Ooh. So it's going to be just more visuals, interviews, and other things.
Okay, you're already starting with this interview.
Yeah, no, this is great. This is great.
So is there anything else that you want to let everyone know?
Well, if you want to follow me and get into my music and my beautiful face more, you can check me out at Shah from the City on all platforms. Well, yes. You see the glow, all the fucking primer I have on and shit.
Okay.
But Shah from the City on all platforms. And then, of course, just stream my new single, Action. It's available everywhere as well. And yeah, buy it on iTunes if you're real, because that gives me the $1 versus the 0.00.
Why is it so hard for people to spend $1.99, whatever it is? It's so hard for people to do that.
When I was pushing my pre-orders and people would tell me that, I would send them the $1. And I was like, now what's your excuse? So try that.
That's crazy.
Because it's like if you can't afford it and all I need is the purchase and I resolve that issue for you, then do it, bitch. The
Period.
fuck?
But
Call
that's
them
crazy,
out.
yeah.
Come on.
Well, I mean, this is a great like reintroduction for us, I guess. We really did not intend to have such a long break, but we're back, I hope.
Back in bed,
Yeah,
First of all, reintroduction. We don't need no reintroduction. We out here. We just had a little pause.
There was a pause, yeah.
Not no reintroduction.
But yeah, we're back.
They know who we are.
We're about to celebrate the new year. Do you guys have it? Do you guys make New Year's resolutions or no?
Yeah.
Yes and no. I actually wanted to talk about that for like this or that too. For like New Year's resolution or just do it. You know?
Yeah.
I think I'm a just doer.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want to put something off to where if it's October or November and I'm like New Year's resolution, babes, you're missing out on a good 60 plus days of opportunity for action.
I'm just trying it.
No pun intended.
All right. I love it. Yeah.
Come on,
Exactly. Pop that in there.
Yeah.
That's a great point though. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So do you have a New Year's resolution?
I have a New Year's resolution, which I want to stop smoking weed.
Why?
Because I feel like it's starting to like affect my productivity and just like I'm at a point now like I think I was using weed as a crutch for a long time, not to say always, you know, but sometimes and I've gotten to a point with like processing my emotions that I feel like I enjoy being sober now, which I haven't really been that way for most of my life because I've had such bad anxiety. So that's refreshing. So I'm just like, let's get it out of here. I want to be as clear-minded as I fucking can because I have another big year coming. So it's like, that's cool. But also kind of to your point, it's like, I very much believe in like the power of now. And it's like, if you want to do something, you should start it now. Yes, by the time it gets to January 1st, you can like really lock in and be like, okay, cool. But
exactly.
But it's like, if it's December 17th, bitch, start on December 17th.
Yeah.
And you got 2 weeks of being really bad at it and figuring it out. Because it's like, to me, putting it off for 2 more weeks, that first is going to tick around and you're going to find another excuse to put it off for another 2 weeks. And then it's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm definitely in a space right now where I need to like create new habits for myself. And I'm really trying to do that before the new year starts and using the new year as like
a continuation.
Yeah, exactly.
And just like a marker to be like, this is when like it's really going to happen or not, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trial period.
And with that said, everybody find your path and fucking blaze that trail.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid. Get to get that action going.
Get active, girl.
Okay, get active. Get in the paint all 2025. We in the field.
Exactly.
Period. Thank you guys for watching this far. Thank you guys for listening. We really appreciate it. There was this one dude that we ran into a while back, and I wanted to shout him out. Do you remember his name?
Didn't we do that last time?
Yeah, but we didn't put that out.
Oh, it started with an M. Maurice.
I don't remember.
Marcus.
I don't remember.
It started with an M.
When we find out next time, we'll do it. But thank you guys for viewing, for watching. Please make sure you subscribe. If you want to keep up with us with the podcast, it is Same Mom, Different Dads podcast on YouTube and everywhere that is streaming. Same Mom, Different Dads. We're on social media at Same Mom, Diff Dads. If you want to keep up with me, check out my project Waiting. Everything is at This Is Julian B.
For me, my Instagram is @_C the third. All other platforms is @C_the third. My fucking hacked Instagram is always going to bother me, and I have to say that now. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to Same Mom, Different Dads. Thank you, Shah, and we are out.
Yeah, period.
All right.
Perfect.